It's a prophetic work today, and prophetic work will be speaking prophetical word to certain nations. What prophetic word to certain nations? Now I want to speak to the nation of South Africa and this thing of South Africa and US. We slept and woke up and found out the South African ambassador in the US, Rasul, was chased out of the US. They kicked him out. So they asked me, what are they going to do? Let me tell you something. I'm a prophet. I will tell you what the South African government needs to do and what the leadership needs to do. Because the leadership is fumbling. They're going around looking for calling Trump. It's not about diplomacy calling Trump. It's not going to work that way. This thing is going to be solved only what? Spiritually. I repeat, spiritually. Some of you don't know what is happening with Donald Trump. He's a spiritual man. He's a what? He's a spiritual man. He respects God more than anything. So South Africa, the first thing they need to do, not to send politicians to go and be looking for this, call this, go. No, the politicians will not succeed. Matter of fact, if they continue with the politicians, they're going to get more sanctions. They need to take pastors, prophets, rabbis, especially the chief rabbi, to go to the United States and speak in a what? In a prophetic manner. In a what? I say what? In a prophetic, meaning they need to carry the Bible. Those prophets, the pastors, not to send political. No, it's not going to work. What South Africa needs to do, they need to send prophet, pastors, leaders. Those people, they need to come and tell them what to do. That's the only thing that is going to change the relationship. They need to show the Donald Trump that South Africa is a nation of God. All these politicians that have been stealing money, they're corrupt. So what I was saying? That's why Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, he said when he kicked the South African ambassador out of the US, he told them, he said, I don't want to talk to him again. He said, I don't want to talk to this person again. I don't want to talk. I don't want anything to do with this. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be. He's not even answering his phone call. What does that tell you? Tells you one thing and one thing only. They're speaking to the wrong, they're using the wrong people to speak. That's the medium. You may want to say something, use a wrong medium to say it. Nobody wants to listen. The US will not listen to politicians in South Africa. They don't trust the politicians, so they're only going to listen to what? The spiritual men. So take pastors, prophets, bishops. There are people of men of God that worship God in South Africa. Not to take all those political leaders. They're not going to say nothing. There's nothing that they're going to say. I see. Don't waste their time, waste money, fly up and down, going to hotels, staying there. No. This is a spiritual battle. And when they go there, they listen to the voice of God. So they need to call me and say, man of God, what are we going to say to Trump? I know exactly the kind of thing they're going to say to Trump. Because I'm the prophet. I'm the prophet of the hour of the scorpion. I will tell you exactly what you need to say. You don't go there and start talking about the problems. No. Talk about Donald Trump believed that God saved his life for him to save the world. You need to understand. Donald Trump is not there to say he's the president of the US. Donald Trump believed God saved his life for him to save the world. He believes it's on a mission to save the world. That God put him there. So God is the only one that is going to listen to. He's not going to listen to politicians that are going to talk about political things. Political things are not interested to him. Don't talk about money. Donald Trump has a lot of money. Don't go and start attacking Elon Musk. I said what? I said don't go about say Elon Musk, this, that, DAAC, all those things. It's not going to work. Trump doesn't care about money. Money doesn't move him. Fame doesn't move him. Don't think you tell him that you're going to do this. Doesn't move him. Politics doesn't move him. Trump doesn't care about politics. Now you're dealing with two people. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He's more than $300 billion. All his money can pay salary of South Africa for 10 years. He doesn't care. They don't care. Nobody cares about money, you talk about politics. They don't care about politics. Elon Musk is planning to go to Mars, to go and colonize Mars. He cares about what people are talking about here on Earth. He has an ambition so big, he can make your mind. So you need to take men and women of God. Elon Musk's son died because of politics. So that's why they don't want to hear about politics. Marco Rubio don't want to hear about political. He wants things to be done in a godly way. Those people are that God, when they have the meeting, the cabinet meeting in the US, what happens? The president called a pastor that come and pray first before we open our mouth to talk about budget, about money, about Iran. Say, the pastor come and pray first, talk to God. Let God come here in this meeting. So before you go and meet Trump, talk about it, you need to first send men of God. The Bible says before Moses goes to any land, Moses sent his 12 men. He took 12 men from every tribe and sent them first to that land to go and see the land. What? So this is what you need to do. This is my prophetic work. What's happening? My number on the screen. So South African government are fumbling terribly. Life on screen, they're fumbling. We're talking about meeting people, having meetings. All those meetings that have to talk about envoy. This, they are going to know only the ambassador. They are going to start. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about using the wisdom of God. This is the nation, the government, not the South African people are wonderful people, God-fearing. More than 80% of the South African population are God-fearing. And all those things about white, black, this color, all those things, this gender, all those things, you need to scrap all those things. The time has passed to talk about all men are created equal. If you cut through the skin, you remove the skin, underneath the skin of every human being is a soul. It's created equal. If you speak to medical doctors that have done surgery, there's no difference between a white heart and a black heart. A heart, the heart of somebody. There's no difference between a white brain and a black brain. It doesn't exist. The organs are the same. So what Donald Trump wants to see is people of God that will talk about the things of God, how God created men equal, men and equal. Not all those groupings, color, this, that. Because those are men of God. What you don't know, Marco Rubio is a very strong believer, he's a strong Christian, he's a Catholic. J.D. Vance, the vice president, is a strong Catholic. He went to Europe and he warned the European, told the European that if he hears that they're closing churches, because in Europe they were arresting pastors, locking them up and down. And even this thing they're doing to prophets, like Prophet Bushir, all those things, arresting pastors, Donald Trump is watching. He's watching. He watch the news, he watch every news outlet. So the moment they start to treat the pastors, the prophet, well, in South Africa, Trump sees everything. He watches TV. He got many screens. He sits and watch the whole world. What's happening here? What's happening there? What's happening there? All those